I'm Ernest with Life is Storytelling, and I got to see Wicked for Good yesterday. Here's a review. Starting off with a little bit of background, I have always loved The Wizard of Oz from a very young age, and Wicked is a story that I've always been very interested in, but never got around to the book and never got around to the musical, so I'm just appreciative in the first place that this came out in movie form. And when I came out of that first movie, I felt like I was floating. The story that was told there, accompanied by banger after banger of musical numbers, was just such a great experience. It had me really looking forward to Wicked for Good. It's a bit of a bummer to say that I didn't have that same feeling coming out of the theater yesterday. With Wicked for Good, it does finish off that story, and I'm happy that it did it. I enjoyed myself, don't get me wrong, but I didn't have that same feeling as the first one. And I've come to the conclusion that that's because I prefer the story when it's focused in on Glinda and Elphaba. The relationship that they build and the obstacles that that relationship has to overcome, like political things and relationship things, while still trying to keep that relationship intact. And those parts that I loved were not necessarily absent in this second film, but it is less of the focus. And I understand that we need to address the overarching plot, but anytime that these two were on screen together, especially considering the great performances that we get from both of them, were really just the highlight of the movie. The other thing here is that while the first movie acts as a prequel, this one acts more of like skirting around what we know as The Wizard of Oz, and it does require a lot of prior knowledge coming into the film. And with maneuvering around The Wizard of Oz's main plot, but never really showing any of it, even Dorothy's face really creates a weird pacing to the entire movie. And with skipping over those main plot points of The Wizard of Oz, I feel like we skip over a lot of things for Wicked as well. There's a lot of characters that have drastic changes made to them from one scene to another, and it can be a bit jarring. That being said, the story overall, when you put these two movies together, I did enjoy. I just wish there was a little bit more detail in this second movie. I'm just not sure where you fit it because this movie was long as hell. And while I feel like none of the songs in the second movie really match up to that first one, I did enjoy them. They are well written, well performed, and they added to the story, which is what you want in a musical. I think there may have been a few questionably animated CGI animals, but aside from that, this is a very beautiful movie on top of that. The costume design is top notch, and all of those backgrounds that we get, whether they're filled with light or a dark scene, I think were beautiful. So while I was expecting a little bit more, I am happy with what we got. So 3.5 out of 5 stars, but let us know what you think. And for more news, reviews, and everything nerdy, be sure to like and follow.